Please stop and think about this for a moment, and I'll want to hear from you one at a time, so I'll call on you. Actually, on this one, I'm not going to call on you. You guys can sort of just give me these out as a list. What would you say are the key characteristics or traits that best describe today's Democratic Party? What characteristics or traits best describe today's Democratic Party?
I would say hateful.
Hateful, okay. What else?
I'd say crybabies.
Okay. Keep going.
I
I'd
was
say
gonna say
lazy,
selfish.
kind of.
Hey, hold on a second. I got a news that's selfish. Caitlin, go ahead.
Lazy.
All right. What else?
I think a lot of them are very well-meaning. A lot of my friends and family that are Democrats.
I was gonna say ignorant.
Any others? Harmony, you got any for me?
Spiteful.
Sorry?
Spiteful.
Spiteful. Shannon, you got any? Shayna?
I agree with a lot of them. I mean, the one that popped to my mind was the crybaby one.
Okay. Great. What are the key characteristics or traits that best describe today's Republican Party?
Strong, devoted,
Self-sufficient.
Say that again.
Bus- Oh.
Self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient. Okay. Thank you.
Businesslike.
What
Bold.
else?
Bold.
Hardworking and
Reasonable.
moral.
Okay. What else?
I was gonna say reasonable.
Okay. Any others? No? Okay. So work with me on this next one. If you were to give good faith advice to leaders in the Democratic Party about how to begin winning elections again, what would you advise them to do?
I would advise them to kind of relook at their morals and what they're trying to do with America because a lot of them seem to want a new, different version of America than it has always been. So maybe looking back at their roots or their values of the country.
Okay. What else?
I'd say for them to learn how to come to a middle ground because they always feel like it has to be their way or it's nothing at all.
Okay. What else?
I would say they should probably start putting America first because a lot of the times they pivot over to favoring other countries outside of America, and also about less about getting money from their donors and sponsorships.
Any others?
This might sound a little cheesy, but I would say to love more because the only way that people are going to be flipping back is to not feel so much of that hate that I mentioned. Even if we don't agree with everything, which who agrees with everything? Very rare. So again, that middle ground kind of goes with that.
Okay. Thank you. By a show of fingers, who can think of an issue where you agree with Democrats rather than Republicans? Show of fingers. Who can think of an issue where you agree with Democrats rather than Republicans? All right, so I got Caitlin, Harmony, and Rebecca. Harmony, what's that issue?
Abortion. There are
Okay.
more Democrats that support having abortions rather than not, even though in the presidential candidacy, President Trump did have a lot of Republicans on his side. There are more so Democrats that support having open abortion laws.
Hang on a second. I'm talking about you personally.
Oh,
Can you think of an issue where you agree with Democrats rather than Republicans?
then just abortion.
So you're pro-choice?
Yes,
Okay.
it's been a big issue in Michigan.
Okay. Caitlin, what's yours?
I would also say the abortion. I just think there's certain situations, and then also the immigration.
Okay.
Kind of, not really. I don't know. It's iffy.
Rebecca?
I think immigration.
Got it. And for the three of you, how does your agreement with Democrats on that issue, like abortion or immigration, affect your view of the Democratic Party overall?
Kind of as I said earlier, I'm independent, so I don't really look at the parties as a whole. I kind of look at the morals and characteristics of the people that are running.
Okay. Rebecca, you?
I think I kind of agree with Caitlin. I'm an independent and I choose based off of the people who are running as well.
Okay, so it has so your disagreement on the issues you mentioned doesn't affect how you view the Democratic Party?
No, because I wouldn't call myself a Republican. And I also wouldn't call myself a Democrat. So I think I have positive and negative views of both.
Got it. Okay. By a show of fingers, who would describe yourself, as someone who mostly votes for Democrats when it comes to the Senate, House, and governor elections in your state? If you say that you vote mostly for Democrats? And New in Harmony, okay? So you crossed over to the Republicans to vote for Trump. More broadly, what do you think Republicans need to do to get you to support candidates other than Trump in upcoming congressional or governor elections? Harmony, want to take that?
They would have to pay attention to what's going on in Michigan, honestly, because the Democrats do a lot for Michigan, and that's what favors my view for Democrats in Michigan overall.
Okay. Anu, how about you?
I wouldn't say that they need to do a lot, only because the only reason I voted majority Democrat in other places was because of my parents. Like that's just the way I was taught to vote. So because of me voting Trump, it's kind of just changed my opinion overall. So I would most likely vote Republican in other political races now.
Oh, got it. So in the past, you would vote those other things, but in the future, going forward, you'll vote Republican. Okay. This is a question for all 7 of you. Are there any Democrats that you'd like to see run for president in 2028 because you think that person would make a good president? So no one comes to mind as a Democrat you'd like to see run for president. Anu, who do you have?
John Ossoff?
Okay. Got it. Anybody have anyone else? No? Okay. Are there any Republicans you'd like to see run in 2028 once Trump's term is done? Grace?
I would just probably say the Vice President Vance.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I would second that. I think Vance would be a good candidate, and I like his Christian views.
Okay. Anybody else other than Vice President Vance? No? Okay. All right, please stop and think about this for a moment. I want to hear from each of you, so I'll call on you. What are the key characteristics or traits that best describe today's Democratic Party? Actually, I'm not going to call on each of you one at a time. You can just shout those out. I'm looking for adjectives to describe today's Democratic Party. Anybody want to go first?
Chaotic.
Okay, what else? Others?
Mostly unintelligent.
Unintelligent. Okay,
Advantageous,
meaning what?
like they just opportunistic would be a better one.
Okay. Great, what else?
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision, okay. Any others?
Trivial.
Okay. Any others?
Divisive.
Any more?
Deceiving.
Deceiving, okay. All right, we'll stop there unless anybody has the last one they want to get out. Take that as a no. What are the key characteristics or traits that best describe today's Republican Party?
Divisive.
Okay. What else?
Pompous.
All right. What else?
Unorganized.
All right. What else?
Distracted.
All right. Any others?
Selfish at times.
Selfish. Okay. Any others? Positive, negative, doesn't matter.
Self-righteous.
Okay. Got it. All right. So if you were to give good faith advice to leaders in the Democratic Party about how to begin winning elections again, what would you advise them to do?
Stop going for brownie points.
Okay. What does that mean, Richard?
The main thing that I've always seen a lot of Democrats arguments is like, oh, you're this, therefore you should vote Democratic. And they point out to either your race, your gender, or how you think, or even your kindness at times.
Got it. Okay. What else? What other advice would you give? Ruben, got any advice for Democrats?
I would say don't base your political campaigns on something you specifically dislike about the other party, rather on something unique that you can leverage for your gain.
Okay. Joel, what advice would you give?
Pick more centralist candidates, less progressive candidates.
Any other advice?
I feel like change, like completely just change around the party to appease more like of both sides, like in focus on economy, but also care about like people who are also like the poor and stuff like that, and the middle class. Everybody needs to be appeased in order for them to win it.
Okay. And right now, who are they focused on, Sean?
I feel like they're focused more on, honestly, more people who are trying to take advantage of welfare, and more so immigrants in a way, because I feel like it should be everybody should have opportunity to that, not just one group.
Okay, got it. By a show of fingers, who can think of an issue where you agree with Democrats rather than Republicans? Show of fingers, who can think of an issue where you would agree with Democrats rather than Republicans? 5 of you. Okay, got it. Anthony, what's that issue?
Abortion rights.
So you're pro-choice.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Richard?
When it comes to student loans.
Okay. Ruben?
Abortion and immigration.
Okay, so abortion, you're the same as Anthony, pro-choice?
Yeah.
Okay. Joel?
Immigration.
All right. And Ian?
Mine was also abortion.
Okay, got it. So how does your agreement with the Democratic Party on the issue you just named, for the 6 of you who mentioned something, affect your view of the Democratic Party overall? Ian, can you give me any insight on that? Do you agree with them on that particular issue? How does that affect your view of the party overall?
I guess that's why I would consider myself an independent, because I kind of every issue is like important, but I sit there and go like kind of list of these are things that I think that this side does or believes better on and that I agree with, and then same on the other side. It's like, oh, I also lean this way too on that. So
Got it.
I
Okay.
just don't want to be all one-sided and one way of thinking without actually considering the other side and see if they bring something that's valid or possibly I agree with.
Okay. So Anthony, help me with this. So you're pro-choice. You're aligned more with the Democrats on that. How does that affect your view of the Democratic Party overall?
Well, I think I still disagree with a large number of their other views, values like gun control and stuff like that. So I just more lean Republican overall.
Got it. By a show of fingers, who would describe yourself as someone who mostly votes for Democrats when it comes to Senate, House, and governor elections? Got 1, Ruben. So, Ruben, you crossed over to the Republicans to vote for Trump. More broadly, what do you think Republicans need to do to get you to support other candidates other than Trump in upcoming congressional or governor elections? What do they need to do to appeal to you?
I'd say maybe put a little added focus on helping out the everyday type of person, not like the broader 1% or 5% of the elite.
Got it. Okay. For all 8 of you, are there any Democrats you'd like to see run for president in 2028 because you think that person would make a good president? No one's got anything for me.
Is it wrong to say that, like, even though he switched sides, technically Robert F. Kennedy?
That's fine. Okay. Ruben, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a stretch, but I was gonna say John Ossoff from Georgia.
Okay. Got it. Anybody else? No? Okay. And then who are the Republicans you'd like to see run in 2028 once Trump's term is over? Richard?
I would actually like to see either Candace Owens or possibly Michael Knowles.
Okay. Anybody else? Joel?
I'd like to see Governor Brian Kemp run for president.
Okay. Ruben, how about you? You had one?
Yeah, either Kemp or JD.
Okay.
And Marco Rubio.
Rubio. Okay. Great. Any others? No? All right.